Oh, yeah, man. That was LA Cobra with their new single, She's My Prison, from their upcoming new album and their first release with the label Crusader Records, which is part of the Golden Robot Records family, like I already mentioned. Once again, LA Cobra is Don Cobra on vocals, Slade on guitar, Ewell Honey on bass, and Callie the Animal on drums. And with us today, live via Zoom, is all of LA Cobra. Hello and welcome to Metal Mixtape, guys. How's it going?
How's it, Gabriel?
All right, all
Very
right.
well, and you?
Man. Dude, I'm doing all right. Doing all right. Now I'm doing much better after hearing that song, man. How good is that? Woo!
I'm so glad. It's very exciting to hear it over radio for the first time.
Awesome, man. Yeah, man. First of all, congratulations on this new single, man. Out on Crusader Records. What a fantastic new song you have presented with us today. How you guys feeling, man?
Super excited about the whole album. Slade, you take the wheel.
For a long time. I mean, our last release was in 2017, so to actually have something coming out again, it's fantastic. We're very excited.
Yeah, it's been like 5 years, right? Holy crap!
5 years in the making. Yeah, the whole album. Well, COVID was good to us in a way. Like we had a lot of time to be creative, you know, and be in the studio, write and re-record and record and re-record, and yeah. So
yeah, man, that's crazy. So what's the song about?
It's about a failed relationship. Or yeah, it's like you're trying to save it, you know, you got to keep your hands on the wheel, you know, like, and if you don't do it, you're going to crash and burn, basically.
Yeah, man, I can relate to that. You don't stay relevant these days with singles or something, man. It's just like people forget about you, you know?
Exactly.
So mixed, mastered, and produced by Martin.
Yes.
Yo, what's up, man? You made it.
Like you. Sorry, I'm late.
Oh, it's all good, man. It's all good.
Oh, evil honey.
Better late than never, right?
Yeah, dude. So fuck, man.
Like I was saying, though, mixed, mastered, and produced by Martin Sweet of Crash Diet, man. How's it working with Martin? And is he working on the whole album with you guys?
Yes. He also worked on the previous album with us. So we're keeping Martin very busy, actually, like on the mixing duties. But he's doing a great job, and he's also putting, like, because he's like in one of the biggest sleaze bands. He's like, he knows the genre, so he's putting in all the little extra details and stuff, and he knows what we want, and we know what he can provide, you know. So we love working with him.
Was there a little, like you were saying, were there little tricks and tips that he was giving you along the way that you guys were like, holy shit, I never thought of that?
Yeah, I think that happens in the mixing, actually, in his department, because he just knows how to bring certain stuff out, you know.
Right. Yeah, like I was telling you before, man, I really dig how you started off the song in like that lower voice thing, and then you kick into your usual thing, which is kind of like, it threw me off at first because I was like, oh shit, there he goes, he's trying something different, and it really works, man. It's cool.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, and we tried to work on the dynamics of the songs, you know, like trying new things, you know, like can't just always go like full on into the
I think
mix, you know?
The whole album this time around does this sort of thing. We really put in a lot of effort and time into the vocals, and especially on all of the choruses of the songs. There's some very unique vocal melodies, and you know, it's not the usual. And you know, I think Don really pushed his range, you know, from singing low register right up to the higher stuff that he usually does. You know, it's a packet that sort of embraces the whole spectrum of his vocal range. But it makes the songs interesting as well. You know, it's not just the normal 80s sleaze thing. There's some dynamic in it.
Yeah, man, totally. And I'm a little biased because I'm also a front of house engineer. So like the drums and the bass really groove together well, man. It's got this like really solid under thing going on. And then of course, Slade's, your freaking solo is ridiculous in the song too. So everything really came together really nice.
Yeah, it's I think we can be very proud of the bass in this album as well. Like the way Evil records bass He comes in completely unprepared and he figures it out on the spot. he really works some magic on this thing. But we spent a lot of time on each instrument, the drums as well. It took like a couple of months to do all of the drum tracks. But it's because we didn't just want a 1-2 beat. If you listen throughout the album, you're going to hear different sounds and different beats and again, it's all about the dynamic in the songs. I think each of the songs on this album has a different dynamic from what we did on Shotgun Slinger.
Yeah. And did you guys track in the same room together for the basic drum tracks, or was everything separated at first?
No, the approach we really took is writing the songs, getting a basic structure, and then everyone contributes. So each of the instruments was done separately in studio. And then the fun starts after the album comes out. We need to sort of rehearse the songs and get them together. But it's really everyone contributing to a little piece. And where, if I could play you the demos now, it sounds completely different from the final product because of everyone's inputs and the way the songs took shape.
Oh, that's awesome, man. And I noticed tomorrow there's a video coming out for this song too, man. That looks, I only saw a snippet of it, man, because you guys only had a little preview of it, but that looked like a fun experience, man. Tell me about that whole experience. Are you guys all in the video?
In the performance scene, the whole band is in, but we actually did it in very short notice. So I was the lead actor in the video, and and then we had a girl, Monya May, very cool chick. She said she'll feature in the video, and she did a really good job. And it's crazy. Yeah, I think it's going to be very cool.
It's fun shooting videos with Cobra. Our previous videos, there's a script and we try to keep to it, but there's a lot of spontaneity that happens as well. And there's usually a bar involved, so there's some drinks flowing, and the end result's always interesting.
For the better.
Yeah, for the better.
Yeah.
So is this
I remember arriving there, but I don't remember leaving there.
That's a good thing, man. That's a good thing, as long as they don't get it all on film, though. So is this whole album
Maybe.
Is this whole album done and in the can, or are you guys still mixing it, or what process are you in with this song, with the whole album? I mean,
we still have a couple of guitar solos to do. Guitar solos and one song's vocals.
Yeah.
And
that should be completed within the next couple of weeks. But the majority, all of the singles are lined up and ready. They've been mixed and mastered, so they're going to roll out. And by the time the third single comes out, the rest of the album's going to be completed and it can go to print.
Now, can you guys announce the name of the album?
We actually can.
Yes.
Don.
The album is called Superstition.
Superstition. That's awesome, man. Nice. And what's the name of the next single coming out? Or you can't say
Strange
that.
Desires.
Strange Desires.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
That's freaking awesome, man. Superstition, Strange Desires. And how many total tracks are going to be on this album?
We have 11 tracks on the album.
That's solid, man. That's solid. Dude, that's awesome. So this is the first release. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Yeah, no, we were a bit spoiled for choice. I mean, we wrote more than 11 tracks. So it's none of the tracks on the album are filler tracks. We sort of narrowed it down from, I think, 15 or 16 tracks to the 11 that finally made it to the album. And that, I think that was sort of the process with the previous one as well. You don't want to put in songs just to fill up an album, and you don't want to cheat people and just put out an 8-song album, So we're releasing them in singles, and we won't do the entire album. We want to do as many videos as we can for the tracks on the album. And then in total, I think 11 is a nice number for any album.
Yeah, man, that's cool. All killer, no filler. That's always the best way to do it.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah.
So this is the first release on Crusader Records, man, which is the Golden Robot family. That's pretty cool, man. Seems like you guys are a good family fit for them, huh?
Yeah, I'm actually very surprised. All the latest bands or singles are coming out, like Hardcore Superstar, Crash Diet, Wild Street, all the singles. So it's one big sleaze family.
Yeah.
Frank Ferrer from Roses, he's on Gilby Clark. So it's very cool for our whole genre and in general.
Yeah,
And we've been holding off on signing with a label for quite some time. I mean, we've been approached by a couple of people over the years, and we always felt like we're better doing it ourselves and bringing the thing out. But I think the timing was just right after the last European tour and the previous album that did well. When they approached us, their approach was very different from other labels that reached out to us before, and immediately it appealed to us. And I mean, Mark and everyone at Golden Robots, they're fantastic. We had to sit down with them and, over Skype, obviously we didn't go to Australia, but have a chat to them and sort of, we have the same vision for where we want to take the band, and they give us the freedom to do what LA Cobra needs to do without interfering and, telling us what to write, how to write, and that sort of thing.
That's cool, man. And I know you guys are in South Africa, so it's the winter is upon you. Are you guys going to wait until after winter to start doing some live shows?
No, well, we're actually in the process of booking some shows in Europe with Wild Street. Awesome. So for end of June. So we're actually just confirming some dates. We're just awaiting some venues. I know, like with the stuff going on in Germany or in Ukraine, people are a bit scared to confirm stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So let's hope things clear up and everybody could just love each other again.
Yeah, totally, dude. And in the meantime, you guys, I noticed you guys got some new merch, right? Some new shirts I saw you guys were advertising.
That's a cool shirt you're wearing.
Yes.
Yes. Don sent me this. I don't even remember now. It was like months ago, right? It was a little while ago.
Yeah. I think it was September last year.
Yes, September. The postcard he sent me, which I still have over here, man.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. You guys
with the new album, obviously there's always a new range of shirts and merchandise and stuff that would come out. We'll probably announce it closer to the tour anyway, because that's going to be our main marketplace to release the new merch. But yeah, with the new album, you can definitely expect some new stuff. Goodies.
And you guys are going to try to release everything on what, CD, vinyl, all that stuff, or just streaming first, or what are you guys thinking?
I think Golden Robots are going to do CDs at first, but it's you're going to have to order from them. So I won't handle the merch in that regard anymore. They're going to do the CD sales and all T-shirt related or do the new album. So they're going to handle that. All the other merch I'm going to do still, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, man. And I'm going to go back to the last album, Shotgun Slinger, for a second. At the end of today's mixtape, I'll be playing Rock and Roll Pretoria, which I've been listening to lately, man. It's a really fun song, dude. Like, tell me about that song and what's. I know obviously it's about Pretoria, but I mean it sounds like a really fun song. Like, how'd you guys come up with that, man? Or what's it for? It
was like basically I wrote the lyrics like it's like the city, you want to leave the city, but something holds you back, and it's your city, it's your home, your hometown. So yeah, and then you got all this stuff. You're like, I don't know if you saw the music video with the girl and what, but still, you keep on going back.
Yeah, we're all a bunch of Pretoria boys, so this is sort of where we grew up. Not evil as much, but I mean he's stuck here as well. And it's a fun song. People really like it here in South Africa. There's sort of a patriotic grasp that they have on the song, but it's funny internationally as well. It's picked up. Even if people don't know where Pretoria is, they sing the lyrics. And whenever we tour, whichever city we're in, we replace the word Pretoria with the city that we're in. So we make it sort of personal to them as well.
Well, at least South Africa is not just about the vuvuzela anymore,
No, thank God.
But did you know, fun fact, ZP Theart, now the previous vocalist from Skid Row, was from South Africa. Yeah. Which was quite cool for us. Like, I had like a South African, one of the biggest sleaze bands of all time. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's pretty awesome. And he was great too, man. So, it's bittersweet that he's gone and they have the new guy, but I mean, he kicked ass too, man. I liked his voice too. So I'm gonna have a little fun with you guys real quick.
Yeah, it's like a bittersweet.
Since the rest of you guys haven't really said anything yet, what do you guys do besides LA Cobra, man? What do you guys do in your spare times? yeah, some chuckling going on.
You wouldn't believe.
I don't even know if I want to hear this.
Evil.
Well, man, I grow marijuana in my spare time. That's what I do, dude.
What about you, Animal? What about you, Animal?
Yeah. Say
I'm
again?
an accountant, believe it or not.
What's that?
I'm an accountant.
You're an accountant. I guess that's always good for being a drummer, man. You got to be you're always counting.
You need to pay the bills, man.
Yeah. And then, like, what about you, like Don and Slade? I mean, you know, obviously you guys are always messing with the band too, but I mean, what else you guys like to do when you're not fucking with LA Cobra?
I'm glad you're sitting. Evil is growing marijuana, and I'm working for the police.
Busted, bro. You're busted now.
Busted. Yeah.
At least it's legal now.
That's true. That's true. Oh man.
I'm doing accounting for the South African Police Service, like for the construction projects.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
But I noticed you guys were up last night having some beers, watching some Formula One too, man. So like you into some like motorsports, maybe some football too, as in soccer, like we call it here.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Slade and Cully likes the Formula One. They taught me last night about it, like an Evil.
Yeah,
so yeah, I'm very into sports.
Well, that's cool, dude. Well, anyway, we are out of time anyway, man. So, dude, I want to thank you guys so much for coming on, man. This was such a blast. I can't thank you guys enough for coming on, premiering this new song, She's My Prison, which is out tomorrow officially. Almost tomorrow for you guys soon. So that's pretty cool. Does it come out at midnight for you guys over there?
It's 3.5 hours, I think. It's going to be out on all the platforms.
But the video only launches at 8 o'clock, I think, South African time, which would be about 9 hours after for you guys. So after midnight, I think, in the US.
That's awesome, man. We're going to watch that video, play it over and over again, man. Post it all over the place.
Awesome. Thanks so much for the support.
Thanks, really. Gabriel.
No problem, guys. All right, yeah. So thanks again, guys, man. And next time you guys got something to release or you want to come back on and shoot the shit, let's do it, man.
Definitely.
Let's do it.
Awesome. All right, guys. Thanks again. And we will be talking soon,
Cheers.
guys. Thanks again. Keep rocking.
Cheers, man.
Excellent.
All right, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Gabriel.